Hey y'all, Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living, teacher and vibrant living coach. Now, question for you, have you ever had the feeling like there's something that you're supposed to be doing, that you should be doing, that you haven't done yet, that's even maybe been hanging over you, lingering on you, like a voice on your shoulder saying, when are you going to? Question. Now, here's a first level of inquiry from Rumi, titled, The One Thing You Must Do. There is one thing in this world you must never forget to do. If you forget everything else and not this, there's nothing to worry about. But if you remember everything else and forget this, then you will have done nothing in your life. It's as if a king has sent you to some country to do a task, and you perform 100 other services, but not the one he sent you to do. Some human beings come into this world for particular work. That work is the purpose, and each is specific to the person. If you don't do it, it's as though a priceless Indian sword were used to slice rotten meat. It's a golden bowl being used to cook turnips, when one filing from the bowl could buy 100 suitable pots. It's like a knife of the finest tempering nailed into a wall to hang things on. You say, "But look, I'm using the dagger. It's not lying idle." Do you hear how ludicrous that sounds? For a penny, an iron nail could be bought to serve for that. You say, "But I spend my energies on lofty enterprises. I study jurisprudence and philosophy and logic and astronomy and medicine and the rest." But consider why you do those things. They are all branches of yourself. Remember the deep root of your being, the presence of your Lord. Give yourself to the one who already owns your breath and your moments. If you don't, you will be like the man who takes a precious dagger and hammers it into his kitchen wall for a peg to hold his dipper gourd. You'll be wasting valuable keenness and forgetting your dignity and purpose. What's a dipper gourd? Do you get a dipper gourd? Alright, it's a little bit archaic, but hey, let's go a little further archaic for a moment. Here's a very important story that you may already know well, because it's from the Bhagavad Gita, one of the most sacred spiritual texts on the planet. And by the way, greetings, hello, and coming to you live from the beautiful island of Maui. The story opens with Arjuna, great warrior hero, born into the warrior caste. His job was to do his duty, his dharma. The one thing he was here to do is to be a warrior. That's the caste he was born into. That's the way it was. This was a long time ago. None of us were born to be warriors in that same sense. Anyway, the story starts with him about to lead his army into battle, and there they are across the field from the other army, right? Old school battle. And he's there in his chariot, and he's ready to lead the army. He's a fierce warrior, the greatest archer that ever was, and he looks across, and what does he see? He sees his uncle. He sees his music teacher. What does he do? He freaks out. He says, "I can't do this. There's no way. I can't go in there and kill them." He has a nervous breakdown. Not convenient. Right on the edge of the battle. What was convenient, though, that what was a great blessing and helpful for our story, is his chariot driver happens to have been Arjuna. Sorry, not Arjuna. Krishna. The god, Krishna. So Krishna sees what's going on behind him. You know, the leader of the army, the charioteer, is freaking out. So he says, "Hold on." Freezes time. Stops it all. Freezes time, and for the next 18 chapters, he and Arjuna have a dialogue, and Arjuna says to him, "Krishna, I can't do this. There's no way. I'm freaking out, man." Arjuna says, "Chill it, Arjuna. Listen up." And the gist of what he teaches Arjuna is, you must do what you must do. You must do your dharma. You must do your duty. It's not for you to say what the ramifications are. It's not for you to say what anyone else's karma is, what should happen for them. You must do what you do. You do your duty and forget about, release the fruits of your efforts. This is the main teaching of yoga. This is the main teaching of the Bhagavad Gita. And this is the lesson for all of us. We must do what we must do. Because if we don't, not only are we paying every day, our energy is cut short. Not only are we suffering, diminishing who we could be, feeling inadequate, feeling like I'm not where I should be, what I should be doing, we also deprive the world of who we really are, of what we need to bring into the world. What is for you the one thing you must do? And have you been avoiding it? And if so, when would now be a good time to step up and step into it? I've been working with a few clients in the last few days specifically around this, which is part of what inspired me to bring this. And if you are interested in exploring that, not only exploring it, acting on it, finding the courage, finding the wisdom, finding the motivation to do what you must do, then I encourage you to join us in our sangha. I will put some information below in the comments about it. If you got questions, let them roll in the comments and I will be happy to answer. And in any case, and in all cases, I'm super grateful to you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Aaron, and I'll